years ago, and the AC just immediately went kaput. So just trying to keep that in mind,
Well, that is very wise and smart, and that's good to keep into the equation. I tell buyers all the time a couple things of like, one, it's not fun to be house poor, and two,
Right.
whether your house is brand new or 50 years old, things happen.
Right.
So there's always those unexpected things. And I'll tell you this as well. So when you're looking at, and it's very property specific as far as like what the payment's going to be. But the thing that is, I kind of like is, that unless you're putting 20% down, most of the time, whether you put, putting an extra 10,000 or 15,000 down or not, most people it's going to be advantageous to hold on to your cash, because it's not gonna move the needle much on your payment or anything else. And so, like, once you meet that minimum threshold of what you have to put down, which is usually 3.5% to 5%, all of that beyond that is kind of just, I'm not gonna say optional, but is not, like, there's a lot of flexibility in what
make that much of a difference.
Exactly.
Because the 20% is when you get the private mortgage insurance off.
That's right. Yes.
Which I suspect we will not make that 20%. I don't think that we'll hit the 20% mark with our down payment. So that's good to know that it doesn't make a huge difference whether you put down 5 or 10.
Right.
If you're not making the 20, it's probably not making a huge difference.
That's exactly right. That's a good way to think about it. And I tell, sometimes I run into people and they're like, well, we're still saving. We'd like to get another $5,000 or whatever it might be. And I'm like, that's great, but I like, when it comes down to the numbers and your loan and all, it's not going to make any difference. So if I don't know that there's a lot gained by waiting. Now, one thing, and that we'll look at and we'll definitely advise you on, certain types of loans, that mortgage insurance can fall off, and some it can't. You're locked into it for the life of the loan. So that's the other. Yes, but since you're going to have some equity in the property, and that's going to be, like, most likely it's going to be very advantageous for you guys to do the type of loan where you don't have to refinance to get rid of that mortgage insurance, and where it will automatically fall off once you have that equity.